The Evangelism Minute.
You know, when we talk about evangelism, it is so easy to get caught up in soul-winning plans and procedures and programs. But the foundation of effective evangelism is prayer. If there's one thing that David Wilkerson communicated to those of us that have served him for over 50 years, is the power of prayer. The verse that God gave to David Wilkerson as they went to New York City was Psalm 126, verses 5 and 6. Those who sow in tears shall reap with joyful shouting. He who goes to and fro weeping, carrying his bag of seed, shall indeed come again with a shout of joy, bringing his sheaves with him. They that sow in tears.
I kept asking myself why I was going to New York, carrying a page torn out of Life magazine. I was dumbfounded by a thought I could not escape. Go to New York City and help those boys.
And so they drove to New York City. David Wilkerson told me, Brother B, the burden of the Lord in that car was so heavy that we would have to pull off the road because we were crying so hard. We'd pray and weep, and then we were back on the road again. It wasn't a storybook ending. He was thrown out of the courtroom in humiliation. The media circus mocked his faith. The headline, "Crazy Bible-waving preacher interrupts trial," was the final insult, and he returned home in disgrace that night, embarrassed and confused, but he continued to pray. And within a week, he was driving back. This time, the Lord sent him to the streets.
He drove straight to the neighborhood where the murder had happened.
I hadn't gone half a block before I heard a voice. "Aren't you the preacher they kicked out of the trial?" Their logic was simple. The cops didn't like me. The cops didn't like them. I was now one of them.
Prayer transformed humiliation into favor, and Teen Challenge was born. Has God placed a burden for the lost in your heart? Transforming prayer? See, that's the foundation for souls. It's not about personality and procedure and plans. It's about His presence. We've already got the command. Let's go change the world.